Geek Dad Life presents Toy Geeks, a live toy talk show. Tonight we're going to talk about the rousing success of the Haslab HISS Tank and all of its wonderful tiers, including that illustrious Classic Cobra Commander as the fourth and final tier. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toy Geeks. My name is Jay, and with me again, I feel like it's been a lifetime, but it's only been like a week or so. It's my good friend, John. Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you. It's good to be back. It's really good to be back.
I got to thank Ryan Dole for filling in last week, and we had a great time. But John, you were a miss, my friend. But I'm glad you hopefully got some good time with your fam and the Massachusetts area and all that.
I did. Got all of the mass hole fill I needed. I ate lobster till it was coming out of my eyes.
Oh my God. Well, I know everyone here in the chat and watching right now, or people that watch after the fact, are really pumped that you are here, my friend. And speaking of everybody that is here in the chat, let's say hello to him. It is hopping as always. So let me do my best to say hello to the chat. We got Rick Capabianco, we got Map Room Gaming, Automaton, Tyridium, Hanger, Nelson A. Actually, my family and I watched a Return of the Jedi today. The Tyridium shuttle I was like, hey, Tyridium Hanger. I knew it before, but it was kind of like there's a call out to you. Cobweb, Angel Cano is here. We've also got Jason and Celia, who were in the delivery room, I believe, last Sunday. And now their baby is born, and they named Xavier Charles Leshevsky, maybe is that how it's pronounced? So a new Toy Geek watcher. Now, congratulations.
Congrats. Yes, absolutely.
To you both. That's great. Andrew McDonald, Asherman Durant, Toy Sorceress is in the house. We've also got Toy Geekosaurus, formerly David V. Good to have you here. Dartherian, Migo, Hulk, Drifter Comic is here. Studio Henge. Let's see. Oh, Alias Angel Alias has arrived on time. J Mac, John Rhodes, Space Cowboy, Josh Ruth is here. Michael Miller, Daryl Robinson, Shiny Plastic People, Jason Toy Art, Daxamil is here as well. Toy Connections, Mike Giorlico, Jeff Morris, Cone Killer, Confuser, Gotham Stalker, Nightmare is in the house. Good to see Nightmare. Alti Mobile, 16-bit, Black Phoenix. Let's see. We keep going. Chris, Matt, Casino, Thanos, Carlos, and so many more. Thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Tons of things to talk about. John, I feel like you got back on Friday and you were like, I need to get caught up on all the toy news because you were avoiding the internet because you didn't want Stranger Things spoilers.
Right.
And I was like, well, there's some great Stranger Things toy news. I don't know what's great, but we'll definitely hit that today at some point. If you know, you know. But all right. So, John. Oh, did I miss? I thought I did you, Ashman. I'm sorry. Baroness of Toys, Jay Solar's Adamy. Ryan Dole is here. Kayla's here, but she's cooking. Don't ask how I know. Oh, my God. Leonard Mickle is here. Okay. Jack Knight. Okay, here we go. John, a lot's happened since you've been gone.
It has. I have not even voiced an opinion yet of the HISS Tank on here.
You have, which blows my mind because I feel like I have done 75 live streams on
at least
HISS Tank. But my friend, what's your thoughts on everything? Because you basically get to come in after everything has been revealed. But thoughts on the Cobra HISS Tank. Now, if maybe those don't remember the stream that we did when this was first hinted, John famously said that are you picking it up right now? You famously said the Mobat should be the first Haslab because he felt like it was more iconic. So, my friend, thoughts on the Cobra HISS Tank in all of its glory?
Well, it's great. It's amazing. What surprised me the most because honestly, like when we were discussing like what's that tank tread noise? What is it? And I was convinced it's a Mobat.
Yeah.
Popular opinion seemed to be it was a HISS tank. And like when I was thinking about it, like what else could they do to this very blocky, it's kind of basic. There's not a lot going on.
Yeah, yeah.
What could they do to this to justify a Haslab?
Mm-hmm.
And what they have done is insane. Okay, just the most insane thing is the projection,
Yes.
Cobra logo.
Mm-hmm.
In a million years, I would have never thought, oh, let's do a projector in it. Let's throw something in there that can cast the Cobra logo out.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
never would have thought of it
Mm-hmm.
ever. But I mean, just the amount of detail, adding that cargo area in the back with like a seat
Yes.
and the weapon storage, the
Mm-hmm.
amount of detail added to the cockpit, the gull wing canopy, and now we have the like the switch out vintage style canopy that's just
Mm-hmm.
plain Jane. And now I realize like this is lame and that's awesome.
Right. That was like that one tier is the only one I felt was a sad trombone because the new canopy is so much cooler.
Right. Like I wonder if they ever thought, okay, let's put this canopy on it and this will be the included, the initial canopy.
Mm-hmm.
And the gull wing could be the stretch goal because it's so cool.
Yep.
But do you think that they thought like, no, we should probably do the gull wing? That's like a great selling point. Because now the driver can get in from the left or the right side of the single seat gunner cockpit.
It's a good question, but I kind of, and I'm going to be, and I think I said this on the like immediately after they announced it stream, the gull-wing canopy is what sold me on it. It is what immediately sold me on it. And so I kind of like, I get it would make more sense to maybe save the cooler thing for later. But honestly, I think they led strong and maybe I'm not saying the gull wing canopy is why this thing has been so successful. That's silly. But for me personally, it is why I was like immediately in. And I think it was the right move,
Yeah.
It's going to be hard because this thing is so far the most successful Haslab ever. And we're going to dig into some graphs and charts from friend of the channel, Brian Brink, did some amazing work. So we're going to look at that in a second here. But, I feel like how much stock should we put into the approach of this Haslab and why it's so successful? Or is it just, it was finally got a classified vehicle that looked really cool? Like, how much is it the strategy that they put behind this, John? Or should the weight be put there? Or should the weight be put on, it's just a cool looking vehicle and people have been wanting classified vehicles for a while? Like, what would you put more stock in?
I think there's going to be more stock in we wanted a classified vehicle for so long. Outside of the bikes that we've gotten, like those are so accessible. Where obviously like something like this, it's going to cost a little bit more. If you want to get into the price right now, we can. If not, we can put a pin in it. I think it's overpriced.
So you think it's overpriced?
Yep.
Even with all the tiers, we got 4 figures in it now.
Yes.
Almost 4. Yes.
Because you can't look at that at the initial buy-in. Those are the extras.
Yep.
If this only crossed one tier, it's still $300.
Yep.
So that's the way I think of it. I still think it's overpriced for that initial buy-in. All the bonuses are exactly that. They're bonuses.
Yeah.
They're like, I can't think of that as, well, we're also getting that because we're going to have to spend $300 just to get it if we never hit any of the tiers, like just to get it funded. But with that said, it seems like the next world that we're stepping into is $300 entry vehicles, between the party wagons.
Yep.
and what's probably going to happen from here on out, whether it is an O-ring or a classified. It's like, all right, well, that $33 stinger that we bought, that's a one-time deal.
It makes, again, that stinger is just it's a weird outlier, right? Because I posted my video on the second O-ring set that I got, and that one just I feel like it was progressively more bitter than the last one that I did, because it was like $41 and a stinger at $33. I'm like, what? Why is that the anomaly? But
right. Regardless, I mean, I think it's awesome. Yeah, I haven't pulled the trigger on it. Still really on the fence if I want to spend $300 on this, not because, like, there's so many other things happening,
True.
Like this month, it's been the Mondo He-Man figure.
Yeah.
It's everything I got yesterday. I just had, I just had 10 days off, and tell you what, being self-employed and taking 10 days off, I don't have paid time off. I just had an expensive trip.
I understand and respect the hell out of that. I totally understand. And there is that element of, like, even for myself right now, I wish I could have spent more money at that toy show yesterday. I want to dig into that and after we talk about this Haslab. But there is something, but the one thing saving grace for this though, John, and why I was easy, like, yes, because you know how I love to screw over Future Jay.
Yeah, Future Jay's in some trouble.
Always, but he's kind of always in trouble. But this one, even though it already backed, and we're only 75 away from this thing being fully, all the tiers being met, which is insane. I wonder if it'll hit during this show. I kind of made the title assuming that it had been hit. So hopefully by the time this posts tomorrow and people aren't like, it didn't actually hit, but my hope is it happens during the stream. But is that it ends like middle of August. We're not even middle of July yet. I got like a whole month to worry about this $300.
with a trip to San Diego.
Oh my God. That's the big glaring weight on my shoulders, John, is I need to sell. I need to raise some cash before Comic-Con. Every toy geek does this, right? Like we all have, or at least those of us like John, this is like selling toys is your full-time gig. But for toy geeks where it isn't, like selling things to make, funds to buy other things is kind of part of the I don't know, the gig. And so I need to unload some stuff. And that's why I'm excited to announce that I will have an official Geek Dad Life Whatnot. I barely know what Whatnot is, but I got signed up for one. And so this Tuesday at 8:30, and this all ties together. But Tuesday at 8:30, I'll have my first ever Whatnot sale. So there's a link in the description below if you want to come buy some of my stuff. Like,
and that's what you call a segue, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't fully understand what it is. I get the gist. I get it's just like a live stream where I sell stuff, right?
Yeah, so, essentially. But you're not going to show yourself. You're going to show
exactly.
The toy, and you'll do it's like voiceover essentially.
Yeah, exactly. So it should be fun. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, so all of that being said, I think it's going, or I still feel like we got time to pay this thing off because it doesn't charge until middle of August. Thanks, Casino Scott. Oh man, they're all coming in at once to help with John's non-paying time off. There you go, Canadian $5.
Canadian.
Is that like $1? Should I be offended about the $6.99 Canadian? I don't know. I'm kidding. Super chat war. Get JS and John a HISS Tank. Oh my God. Yes, you can become a patron today at patreon.com/geekdadlife. But oh God, I don't want this to turn into like give us money because we need to buy toys. Let's not do that. It's a bad idea. Yeah, exactly. Now GDL will face even more accused of market manipulation. $5. Come on now. Canada. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh my Geek Dad OnlyFans. Oh
no,
Lord.
never.
Oh. Okay. John, let's just be real. Like if people are gonna pay you a lot of money.
I mean, all OnlyFans isn't necessarily, you know, what everybody thinks it is.
Oh my God. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving on here. Okay. So you think it's a little overpriced? I think $299 with all of the figures is honestly, I think, a pretty good deal. And I know what you're saying, like $299 up front. You got a figure right off the bat, which is, let's say it's $25. Maybe we could say that.
Mm-hmm.
But now with 4, it's like $100 worth of figures. So now you get $100 worth of figures that will, if you didn't want the figures, they're individually packed. The Cobra Commander on a vintage card and the other ones in the numerical classified packaging.
Mm-hmm.
So say you weren't big on the figures, the secondary market on those is probably going to be much higher than $25. And you might be able to just sell the figures and recoup the cost of the HISS tank. John, what do you think about that strategy? I've heard that from different toy geeks. I even thought about it myself with 4 figures now. Does it make sense to buy another one and just part out the tank and the figures and at least recoup the cost of the tank? John, what's your thoughts on that kind of toy geek strategy here now that there's 4 figures with this set?
I think that's a great strategy for paying for your own tank.
Right.
I wouldn't say like it's a great investment strategy.
No.
Because what if you only make $100?
Mm-hmm.
Spending $300 to make $100 it's not gonna do well.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good idea to get your own HISS tank for less money, but not just for profit wise. Whereas, like I think if I'm going to get it, I'm good with the tank and just the regular driver. And the Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander is awesome, but it's not a make or break for me. Like, oh, I need to have it. Like, I'm still waiting for a better hooded Cobra Commander. For my classified collection. And who was it? The gunner is included.
You got the HISS gunner, which is really cool because it's a female Cobra Trooper. And Dole had a great idea of putting the Baroness head on the.
Man, another figure I'm gonna have to keep.
Right? Exactly. Because I'm thinking of my display in my head. I'm like, I think I may do that. I think I may, with the HISS gunner, put the Baroness head on her. I think it would look really cool. But anyway, and then we've got the early bird, which is the HISS, whatever they're calling it. It's the same mold essentially as
the tactician.
Thank you, tactician.
You had to get him in by the 6th though.
But it was, I think everyone's getting it though.
Everyone's still gonna get it?
I think so. I think he just unlocked it if it hit 8,000 by the first week.
Oh, I thought you had to order it by the 6th.
No. No, I correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. All backers get it. It just had to hit 8,000 by the 6th this week.
Oh man. Okay. See, for myself, I didn't throw that in there because I thought it was just out. Like, can't get it.
Yeah. No. That's what I believe the Proton pack was that, but and maybe another one I'm maybe blanking on, but no, everybody's getting it. All backers get it. They just had to hit 8,000 by the 6th.
Okay.
So you're getting the tactician, and this was coming with the driver regardless. So those are your 4 figures that you're getting. We're at 15,925. Let's see where we're at now. We're at 15,931. So really close to getting the final tier. Let's see. Do I still have the song I made from here? Here we go.
I am doing Rain Man math in my head right now.
So the final tier, it took a little while to get here. Even more so because we hit the tier 3, which is 14,000, and everyone assumed that. Oh, we're 69 left. Thank you, Charlie Weaver. I don't know if Kayla's paying attention. She would usually be all over that. Wait, hold on. Damn it. I said all over that.
That's what she said.
Okay. But I conjecture like almost raised the fever pitch because hit the 14,000 and then Hasbro makes, let me actually exit out of this. Hasbro, instead of showing us what it was, they make this post saying, don't worry, we're gonna show it, but it's not gonna happen today. And then it was just like, oh, are they changing? Are they gonna change the final tier? We know what it is. Wait, we all know where it is. This episode is titled CoCo Crazy. But John, do you think, I think there's two plausible scenarios. One, it was going to be something else, potentially tier 3 with the guns and stuff and the HISS driver. May have been like 3 and 4, but they saw it was being so successful and they're like, we're going to whip up something extra cool for the 4th tier. That's, I think, plausible scenario number 1. Plausible scenario number 2 is the classic CoCo, Mickey Mouse CoCo, was always going to be tier 4, but they didn't expect it to hit so quickly, and they didn't have any renders or anything done yet. They were making it, and so it hit it, and they're like, crap, we got to at least stall another day or two to at least get a drawing done. And then they do it. John, out of the two different scenarios, what do you think is the one that's most likely? What happened?
I think most likely is that Cobra Commander was supposed to be, you know, the second scenario.
Yeah.
Where you know, he wasn't ready, so they threw this up. You know, it's kind of an idea. Or
oh, we got a third option.
I have a third option.
Okay.
This is one that I thought, because we only saw renders.
Yep.
And Hasbro isn't going to have a exclusive for Comic-Con.
Nope.
Outside of what could be the coupons, or, you know, like reveals will be you know, exclusive reveals. I thought maybe the Cobra Commander, Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander would have been that. But they threw him on here because it was doing so well.
Yeah.
And it's like, should we keep on adding?
Yeah.
So what are the chances that we'll get another revealed tier?
It's a great question.
If it's like, because this success is unbelievable of how quick it's climbing. Has it been a week?
A week was this past Wednesday, July 6th.
Okay.
It's July 10th. And you're right. It is an insane turnaround time. Like we're gonna look at the graphs in a second here, because you're gonna see how insane this thing is when you compare it to every other Haslab. It is outperforming them all in terms of like what it's done so far to timeline. And I like the scenario 3. It looks like they're going to do some pre-orders during the con, but they have removed their Hasbro store at Comic-Con. The floor plan is live. You can look at the floor plan. There's a lot of shifting going on. What has been a pretty consistent convention hall floor, exhibit hall floor, has been shaken up. And Bandai is actually taken where the Hasbro store was, because traditionally Hasbro had their big display so you could see all the stuff, and then right across the way there was the Hasbro store, and Bandai is taking over the Hasbro store spot. But I think it's an interesting theory. I think a few people said 2 here. I don't think anybody said 1. I feel like 1. I don't see it going that way. I don't know. It doesn't feel that they wouldn't have had all 4 baked out. I just think it maybe went way too quick.
Yeah.
Wolf the Wicked, I smelled MM CoCo being tier 4 from the start. I think Mindbender is / was the SDCC exclusive. Mikey Dubs, I'm tardy. Brought a note from the Wi-Fi. welcome. But yeah, I think, and there's the thing is we still haven't seen blast effects. I think they'll add blast effects, not necessarily as a tier, but as an announcement later to keep people interested. So the last thing you brought up, John, is are there going to be more tiers? That's the big question now. But before we get to are there going to be more tiers, before we get to that, John, thoughts on this being the last official tier when there was a big subset that wanted something to connect to the tow hitch, whether it was an asp. We had tons of jokes about the asp, back that ass up, so many. Never go asp to mouth. There's a lot of good ones. But thoughts on, and I think Ralph, I think it was answered, but he asked, why is it called the Mickey Mouse Cobra? And John, you as a vintage aficionado, why is it known as the Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander?
The very top of the Cobra logo, up by the lapel, or is that what you call that?
Yeah,
or the collar anyway. The very top of the logo on a vintage Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander. It looked too close to the actual Mickey Mouse. You know, the classic Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
You know, just the ears, 3 circles. So they had to change the Cobra logo, what it looked like. So that's it. Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander.
And it's only, or generally, it's the Cobra Commanders that came with the Sears
the
cardboard cutout
Cobra
stuff, right?
Missile Command. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know, Blue Snaggletooth or just an early version of the figure. So it's more valuable.
Yep.
And so to me, I know some people were frustrated that it's the classic Cobra. This should be a normal release. But I think them going Mickey Mouse and having the retro card back kind of saves them from that, right? Because they can just do a non-Mickey Mouse logo within the normal classified packaging, and they'll be safe, right?
Yeah.
And then the other one was Hooded Cobra Commander. There's been talk about it's too much, looks like the clan or whatever with the hoods. I don't work for Hasbro. I don't know the reasoning why. If that's the reason why, then so be it. But then I think that just opens up for third party to do something. If it's something they don't want to tackle. So those are kind of the two bigs on what Cobra it is, Cobra Commander. And then the other one is they're bummed that it wasn't some type of attachment. But I think if this is almost like the perfect tier for, because they'll probably make a classic Cobra Commander without the Mickey Mouse logo. So you could theoretically sell this thing for $100, $200, right? Like, what do you think the secondary market price on this thing's going to be?
I think initially it'll be, maybe like $80 because everybody's going to have it at the same time, sort of, in a 2-week time span. There'll be a flood of them, and then they'll start to dry up. And then it could very well go to $150, $200 in a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
You might have to sit on this for a bit, but.
Ryan don't make a good point. Clan doesn't wear hoods anymore. Oh my God. But that to me, like, I get it if you wanted something that was towable, but it still could happen. They still could just release it, I don't know, somewhere else down the line. It's out there, right?
Yeah. There's not only the ASP, there's the mobile missile system. There was I think it might have been Canadian Sears exclusive HISS and MMS 2-pack back in the day with the black MMS. So, there's a bunch of things that you can tow behind that, not just the ASP. But it would be a shame to have a tow hook on the back and never get anything.
Yeah. Right? Exactly. Dartherian with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Dartherian. It should have been Dr. Biggles Jones and a railgun. Thoughts on that, John?
Dr. Biggles Jones. What is Dr. Biggles Jones?
It's that
This you stumped me already.
This lady. There you go.
Why don't I remember that?
It's a Marvel Comics character, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
This will give me a chance to try out the handheld version of my railgun. Might have been innuendo, right?
Huh.
Wait, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I never watched the movies. Was Cobra Commander in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Not that you ever seen him. Like, it could have been anybody in there.
And yes, she helped turn Megatron into a tank. Thank you. Yeah, it's a deep cut. But yeah, Jason says, think it's too late to get Rancor as a tier. Yeah, Space Cowboy. I think that's fair. Here we go.
That's what she said.
That's a fair one. I think that one deserves it. Yeah, After Dark starting early, indeed. Oh my God. All right, so 5th tier, John. What's your 5th tier?
Oh man, it's hard to top Cobra Commander for a last tier. It might have to be, like something that not as big as the Asp, but maybe like a Cobra Claw, because that was like that jetpack thing, you know, or a flight pack.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be pretty good, but I don't know if that might not happen. That's a lot of tooling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking it would have to be a figure. It's got to be a figure.
I like. I don't know. Okay, I haven't seen all of your comments, so the auto moderation might be pulling them.
You know what? Because they're all heavy in Python Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Python Patrol Cobra Commander.
Ooh,
because it's just a repaint. It's not like you have any other tooling.
Yeah. Serpentor's cape, just the cape.
Just the cape.
I like some from Dan's classified skill. Gas can. Oh, okay, they are going through. Okay, I just haven't seen them. Got hung when I agree, but I want the 3 3/4 inch, but I guess classified to be fine too. But mustard and ketchup needs to happen. Ooh, okay, this is a nice one. 5th tier, include a remote to turn the lights on and off and batteries.
That'd be good.
Right? To me, I feel like 5th tier should be like I think Dole talked about it a lot, but the Egon's notebook, just something that's kind of a fun add-on, or like maybe less a tier, more a thank you,
Maybe like the old style blueprints.
Yes. Agreed. Hazard cones for when it breaks down. Nick Jones agreed. Justice for mustard and ketchup. Foam Cobra glider that would double as a spoiler for this. Justin, it's too big. I'll cut in the process. Indeed. And as we've talked about on this channel and in some of my other videos, Hasbro is all about damn profits.
Mm-hmm. Maybe just better file cards and blueprints. I think that's perfect.
Colleen is our lone moderator, and she's being put to work tonight, everybody. Which we do need another one, because we got 450 people watching this right now live. Canopy for the turret, love that.
That'd be a good one.
Mars R&D file, that would be great with the Wicked. Shit, Turtle Dave, I can't disagree with the G.I. Joe team in charge of all of Hasbro. Thoughts on that one, John? As a tier.
As a tier, yeah.
You would hit that tier
tonight. It wouldn't be the worst idea.
Shannon, thank you for calling this one. I would love a sticker sheet with different numbers. It's just like that's a softball, right?
But do we know if those numbers are stickers or those?
That's a good point.
Those are probably printed.
Those are printed. God, is that a missed opportunity if it's printed versus stickers?
Yeah. Although I hate stickers. Unless they made them like clean removable, like you
right.
know, you can take them off, put it back on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they are red. And Red, I'm sorry, you did 2 super chats last week. I noticed it like rewatching, and I missed them while Ryan and I were talking. So Red, I want to leave you up here for a second because you didn't get your super chats in last week. I apologize for that. But yeah, that's a good point, John. Stickers aren't going to look as good. That is a catch-22. Like, is there a way to do that? Like, have it be stickers that actually work?
No, I don't think so. I mean, stickers look good for like the first year, and then it's just like they got crap around the edges. They got all dusty looking. They're, you know, this kind of vehicle doesn't need stickers. It's.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, if there was like a way for, like the clear vinyl ones that would just like lay on there that you could take off. They're not necessarily adhesive, but they're like static or whatever they are. But man, it would be nice to have the opposite, like the mail away numbers, the regular release numbers, all that. That would be a good one.
I want tampos for the money. You know what? That actually makes more sense. I guess maybe not stickers, but I agree. But it is, if you're getting multiples, you kind of don't want the same number, right?
Yeah.
Ah.
That's what we deal with. That's what we got to deal with.
Yeah, I guess so. Right. So a lot of people are confused if tampos is tampons. So Ryan, of course, go for tampons.
Magnetic plates would work.
Yes. It would have to be flush, though. It couldn't look
right. Yeah, it would have to be cut into the body, and so they're flush on the outside.
Yeah. Yeah. Iron Grenadier Destro. Like, to me, it's like I don't think they do anything big, and I could be wrong. But I don't think they do anything big.
No, if anything, it's going to be another repaint figure. If it's going to be a figure.
I think another figure would make this thing insane. 5 figures? That would be the most figures with any Haslab ever. Yeah. That would.
Yeah, because I mean, there's only been
Sentinel got 2. Galactus. Oh, I mean, the Razor Crest had a few, but those were 3 3/4 inch.
But I mean, those are both. But they're both properties that Hasbro has to share with. This is Hasbro's.
You're right. It's theirs.
One of theirs. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. 100% right.
Maybe a Track Viper from the Hiss 2 would be good.
Ooh, yes. Yeah. 500 for a Whale Haslab who's buying is. I kind of don't. Classified would be too big. I think I would love like they do the Sky Striker with the Whale, just because they break so easily, right?
Yeah. And I think an O-ring Whale would be $500. I think an O-ring. I mean, a classified Whale would be like
1,000. It's huge,
at least.
Yeah. Sky Striker got 7. But I'm thinking of, thank you, Punk with Toys. But I'm thinking of the 6-inch scale, right? Actually, I like this, Shannon. Female tech to match the early bird. So you have the driver, you have the gunner, and then a technician. That is female. That'd be really cool. But anyway,
extra hands. The Super 7 model.
Oh God, yeah, the Super 7 model. No thanks. But anyway, all right. Yeah, agreed, Ryan. Though, wait, are you saying that women are evil, Ryan? Like, what are you trying to talk about here, Ryan? Unacceptable. Okay. We have some graphs from Brian Brink, so let's take a look at. I've been teasing this all night, John, But this is an unprecedented Haslab. So much so, there's another one going on right now that we don't give two craps about.
And neither does anyone else.
So this is the Hiss compared to the Riva lightsaber. It has been languishing in the 1300s.
Wow.
So that's that. But then in comparison, the Hiss is kicking butt and may very well hit the 16,000 by end of this episode.
Man, that's crazy. Look at that climb.
Right? As Miley Cyrus said, it's the climb. Ain't about how fast you get there.
Damn.
Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. And in climb, it did. Because look, it's 9,479 in one day. 24 hours. It almost hit it like within the first day. It didn't get announced till like 11 o'clock Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
And over 14,000 in its first week, and now very close to 16,000, which was the last tier that they had for it. Yeah, right. That's exactly Craig. Came in like a
it's crazy. Like, what do you think is like? Is there a like a battle going on at Hasbro between Star Wars and Joe's? Like, do you think that those guys are, poking fun at each other? Do you think that there's like some, almost like not serious? It's still like a bit of camaraderie between them.
But here's the thing. The Rancor fails and the Sky Striker succeeds, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I feel like, just some good humored ribbing, shit talking, just having probably some fun at their expense is warranted, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when it happens again and it's way worse, the Rancor almost made it. I don't think there's a chance in hell the Riva lightsaber makes it. And then you have the G.I. Joe teams be, as of now, the most successful Haslab of all time. Would even a good-natured joke go over well in the Hasbro offices?
I hope for their sake it would, because it's got to be tough.
Yeah,
but maybe they just don't even bring it up.
Right? I feel like, how do you? Or maybe that's how in my mind I'd be like, you lose once, like, ha, gotcha, mm-hmm. You suck, blah, blah. Or not even you suck, but just like, hey, you need any help on that next Haslab? Just stuff that's in good fun. But when you're losing this bad, it's like the San Francisco Giants, Gabe Kapler, getting some heat because he just keeps running up the score, mm-hmm. And people get ticked off about that. And it's like, is that just kind of like running up the score at that point? Do you just leave them be?
Yeah, the mercy rule.
It's the mercy rule. Yeah. But we'll see. We got a $10 super chat here from Matt O'Brien. Hello, gentlemen. Just want to say I love the channel and the escape you provide for so many of us. Not sure if Hasbro will ever do something bigger down the road, but I'd back a whale and a tomahawk. Would love a classified tomahawk would be pretty sick, but it would be gigantic.
Yeah. But I'd be happy with another O-ring tomahawk because we're getting the Sky Striker, and I don't think that the chances are that slim of getting anything anymore like that, because number one, look at this right here, the success that this is having right now.
Yeah,
but number two, companies don't have to show us a hard copy prototype anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They show us a render.
Yeah.
So they don't have to do tooling. They don't have to do sculpting, traditional sculpting. Somebody still has to do 3D sculpting. But for them to show us a potential product now is way different than it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if they said, here's potentially a new O-ring killer whale, expect it to be $600, but they'd still be able to show us something. I think that's the taking the impossible out of it, where I think everything's going to be possible from here on out. It's just how much can we all spend?
Yes.
You know, what's the breaking point that we'd come to before the companies?
Yeah. No, that makes a ton of sense. That makes a ton of sense. And kind of speaking of cost of things, Stuff Made by Alex gives a super chat here, $4.99, $5. I'm considering getting into classified. Is it still easy, accessible, and affordable to get to the main line and catch up? Also considering Super 7. Well, for me right now, I'm kind of here and there. I'm a pick and choose. Or I'm not a completist. A friend of the channel, Craig from Yes Have Some, has bought and sold a complete classified collection, I think 3 times. So I do believe, most of the figures now, John, are around $30, $25-$30, right? There's only a few that are really expensive. Yeah,
you can still get most of them for I would say more an average of $20, because that first wave, I mean, Scarlet and the first Duke, you still get them for $20.
Yeah.
You can pick up Lady J super cheap for like a nickel right now, because she's still everywhere. I think the most expensive ones will still be the army builders, but that'll always be the case. But you can catch up pretty easily. I think it'll average out for everything around retail still.
No, I agree. Some more super chats here. Thank you so much, man. Brian, another $10 super chat. You nailed it. I'm so excited moving forward with getting more vehicles. This Haslab is a clear sign the community wants real vehicles for classified. Can you imagine a whale in classified straight fire? That would be gigantic, but it'd be awesome.
Yeah. I wouldn't know where to put it.
That would be at least G.I. Joe Defiant size, yeah?
Yeah, probably.
and that's again, ladies and gentlemen, that is gigantic.
I mean, I'm trying to think of it. Would it be sail barge size? You think
it's thicker?
That's what she said.
Than the sail barge, at least. It's much wider. Sail barge is kind of narrow.
Yeah,
it has the length, but it doesn't have the girth.
Yeah, so it's probably 2.5 sail barge. Plan that out in your toy room. Can you fit 2.5 sail barges side by side?
I would love a sail barge. I don't know where I'd put it, right? So double that for a whale. I don't know, but hey, listen, if you can pull it off, good for you. But I've already got a USS Flag, a Terradrome, an Attorney. Like I don't have I don't have infinite space. Not very few of us do, right? Red Green, $5 super chat. Thank you, Red. The guy yes. Have you seen this 3D printed Sky Striker? It looks pretty awesome.
I haven't.
It's on the internet's. It looks really, really good. Looks really, really good. Okay, let's check out. Okay, so this is it compared to the Riva, but let's see this thing compared to all of the Haslabs so far. And John, what I'm going to tell you is this might be shocking compared to the other ones. So let's look at it. This blue line is the HISS Tank. Now, while there are many others that cross the finish line higher, there is no other that even comes within thousands of where the HISS Tank is now compared to any of the other Haslabs so far. The Sentinel was the closest at roughly, was like 11,000 or so, something like that. And this is already at 15,000. That to me, John, like, again, in my head, I was like, oh yeah, Galactus ended at 30 something thousand. Here we go. Galactus over 30, Sentinel pushing 30. Let's see. Yeah, the Razor Crest was pushing 30. Just a lot that had a Proton Pack ended really strong. Sky Striker ended really strong. The Rancor ended strong, but failed, as you can see here. But the HISS Tank stands alone this early on. John, where does this end up? Does this end up well beyond the Galactus, which was like 30-something thousand. Let's see. I don't know if it has a final number here on the 31,502 is the most backed Haslab ever.
Mm-hmm.
It is trending way higher than the Galactus is right now. And generally, last day always has a spike. The Sky Striker had the biggest spike ever on the last day. But John, do you think the HISS tank sets the record in August 15th or whenever it is for the most successful Haslab ever?
Absolutely. I bet this could hit close to, I don't want to say, maybe 40,000.
Wow, you think it's the first 40,000 Haslab?
Mm-hmm.
That would be insane.
Because even at the average that it's at right now, it would be way more than that. But you know, it's gonna slow down and creep up at the end. But it really is, you know, the perfect army builder. It's not like Galactus is an army builder. I mean, the Sentinel is, but how many Sentinels do you need?
Yeah, it's not an army builder. Yeah.
But I think that the HISS tank is perfect for this army building, especially with these figures. I mean, I really think this could close close to 40,000.
Yeah. You know, you're not, to me, like, say it does the same amount, it's already over Galactus at like 35,000 whenever the last day.
Mm-hmm.
But given all of the extra figures with it, like that's insane. Joint Junkies. I don't know what symbol it is for the dollar. Is that peso? $100 pesos? Thank you. Our Star Wars team's project dictated by corporate execs. I think so. Like they have to deal with Lucasfilm. It's clearly a different beast altogether.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand that the Star Wars team has to go through that, but maybe they should fight for cooler stuff. I don't know. Because to me, say, John, that does hit 40,000, like you're predicting here, 40,000 times 300. That's $12 million. $12 million.
Without having to share it with Disney.
Not a drop. That goes all to Hasbro. And the new Hasbro CEO, and I've talked about it in my O-Ring videos and my other Hasbro videos. The new CEO comes from Magic the Gathering or Wizards of the Coast, and they are used to really high profit margins, and he wants to do the same with all of Hasbro.
Mm-hmm. And
you're telling me this very I want good profit margins focused CEO is going to look at the G.I. Joe Haslab that could potentially net $12 million, and I don't have to pay a cent to any other studio,
mm-hmm.
versus a Star Wars project, and and Marvel as well. Like Disney's pretty notorious for taking a lot of that revenue on merchandising. You're going to tell me that CEO of Hasbro that's very profit margin focused is going to be like, I want more of these, not more of those.
Right. Exactly. And if they're smart, which I think he is, they'll use this to make more. They'll do the Arctic HISS. They'll do the blue HISS. You know, it's not like the other Haslab so far, where it's like when it's done with Haslab, that's it. You cannot get it anymore. They should retool this and, you know, put it up on Pulse, make it a Pulse exclusive, but still make money with what you have, with the tooling, make the money. Do a Python Patrol version, do whatever. Kind of like when the Matty Collector Castle Grayskull, the Classics Castle Grayskull. Yes, you had to pre-order it, but once they actually had it done, they made it so anybody could buy it.
Yeah.
I think that's what they need to start doing. Like it's cool that it's a Haslab exclusive, but maybe, the tiers are all exclusive. You know, keep the brand going.
Yeah, again, people that want to criticize that move, right, using fans to fund the thing, I totally understand that. I get it. But if this is how it gets done, if it doesn't happen otherwise, then cool. Like somebody said, 12 million, that's probably a drop in the bucket, right, compared to other things. And again, I don't want to defend the tactic. I understand the frustration of how these companies do their business. But at the end of the day, they're companies. They don't care about us as people. They just want to sell you something.
Right.
And hopefully, ideally, the best companies do care about you while also selling something to you. Right? That's kind of the if because capitalism is best is hopefully they care about you and they're selling you something. So you can pay families and pay people to work and people get the things they want. Unfortunately, it's usually all goes to one side and not so much the other. That's the frustration, I think, of society in general. But Jason, I got 2 HISS tanks, but this makes me sad to think all the vehicles will be Haslabs. I really want a Dreadnought Thunder Machine, Cobra Stunt, and Joe APC. But here's the thing, like maybe they release a normal retail release of the HISS tank. To John's point, it's just a shell, like the normal toy was.
Yeah, or just do it as it is right now. Without the light, just make it more accessible through Pulse.
Yeah,
and I definitely don't want all the vehicles to be Haslabs because if we get one a year, by the time we get 10 vehicles, I'm going to be 50. I don't personally want that. Like it took me 10 years to buy 10 vehicles.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah. Hasbro could easily retail version repaints with no electronics for $100, right? Like Haslab is where you get the really cool one that like the big collectors really, really want. And then you could just do a shell of it for cheaper.
Yeah.
And then it kind of fits into that, same how a lot of us YouTubers, like social media people that do things have like Patreons. Like this channel has a Patreon. This is free to everybody, but we do extra things for our patrons, So you can get the free version, which is this version, which has ads and stuff, but for you free. But then if you want the cool, like the extra stuff, you pay a little bit more for that. And maybe this is where it could coexist with each other, where you have retail releases which aren't as full featured, and then the people that are like super duper fans that can drop the extra money and get the cooler with all the figures and lights and paint applications and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I think that would be fine.
Absolutely. It's just taking too long for these Haslabs. That's my gripe.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's a fair gripe. 100%. We got another super chat here from Matt O'Brien. I'd love to hear from each of you. What do you think we'll see next for the Haslab classified line? I would say think something. Joe, Mobat, Vamp, 2-pack. John, I kind of like now I'm thinking in my head what I want my display to be. I want a Mobat. I'm kind of on your team now. I want Mobat.
It has to be a Mobat. You can't really go any other direction. I mean, the team showed us what they could do with just a HISS tank. I put my foot in my mouth. What could they do with that thing? But they made the cockpit awesome. The cargo area in the back. We could get a Mobat that actually holds figures inside rather than just the turret.
Yeah. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. No, I'm totally down. Red green, you won't see more orange O-ring vehicles. This is selling this because it was a 1/12 scale vehicle. That's what collectors of all properties want. Well, heck, I mean, the Skystrucker still sold well. They sold like 16,000 of them. I don't think one has to cannibalize the other. Unlike Star Wars, or I think generally, and I don't want to lean too much to my biases with my friend Dole here, where I think we want 3 3/4 more than 6-inch scale. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. No interest in Mobat or Mauler. O-Ring Rattler. O-Ring Rattler would be great. Wolverine or Snowcat. I know a lot of people wanted Snowcat. Wolverine as well. Jay, do you think Hasbro might crowdfund a Cobra Stinger 4-wheel drive and Cobra Rattler for classified? But see, Stinger is so much smaller, you know, or that's tiny. That's even smaller than the HISS tank.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you can't. It's hard to upscale it, even though like 6 inches for 6-inch scale, you don't really need to make it any bigger than just a Jeep for 6-inch figures. I think that would still be, as long as they don't put any projectors in it, it would probably be, around $150.
Yeah, exactly. Unless it's a self-driving car, it has like Tesla technology in it or something. And thank you, Design in Case, for calling this out, because it's 100% true. The Sky Striker was parallel to the Proton Pack and the Rancor. And it was right after the Galactus and Transformers one. Like 2 months, maybe something like that. And
from the gate, from the announcement of the Rancor, I don't think any of us expected a Star Wars Haslab to fail. It was like, it's Star Wars. It'll fund. I'm sure the Star Wars team felt that way. I'm sure the Ghostbusters team felt that way. Everybody just felt that way, that it's Star Wars. It'll fund. And
Vamp with Killer Tears. That's why I think you do Vamp Stinger 2-pack. Same mold, right? Throw some figures in there.
Yeah.
Could work.
Because once they have a Vamp body, I mean the Stinger and the Vamp 2. The brown one.
Do you go Vamp 1 or Vamp 2? Because the Vamp 2 is a little bit more fleshed out. I gotta go Vamp 1.
Yeah.
I like the green better.
Yeah, I gotta go Vamp 1 too.
Call me old fashioned, but I like my Joe vehicles olive drab. Okay, we're an hour in. We got tons of toy news and we got an after show and all this kind of stuff. So let me just quickly hit on a couple of things, John. For starters, we're also doing our giveaway today for our patrons. So Automaton won this Hot Toys Captain Rex, and he forwarded it to the next guy. We were supposed to do it last week, but you couldn't make it last week, so we pushed it this week. So we're giving away this Captain Rex to all of our patrons. So there's a link in the description. Become a patron today, patreon.com/geekdadlife. So this will be given away. And then I was going to do the Triclops, but I couldn't find it. It's somewhere in my garage. So instead, I'll be doing the Mattel Creations Sunman exclusive for June's giveaway. So those are your 2 giveaways.
Awesome.
I have to kind of scale back the promotion of the giveaway because technically it's against the rules. But I got another big thing we're adding to the Patreon. John, what's one of the number one things that I get asked for this channel and the live streams that we do here and on Geek Dad Life 2, Geeky TV Film and Reviews is, Jay, can you put this in a podcast or an audio only podcast? To which I say, I don't have enough time. You have to have separate hosting, all this rigmarole. It's a pain in the neck. Really, the content that's on this channel is done by the skin of my teeth. John knows, like, sometimes I'm putting it together like as we hit live. But Patreon has this really easy podcast feed thing. So for every patron, for the $5, there's only one patron tier right now. So for $5, you get entered into the giveaway. You get your name into the credits of every episode. You get access to the exclusive Discord to hang out and have a chat like this every single day, hang out with fellow toy geeks. And you get our exclusive post show, GDL After Dark. But starting today, every live stream that's done on this channel and GDL2 will be featured on the Patreon exclusive Geek Pod Life. It is an audio only podcast that is exclusive to our patrons. And it's, again, only $5 gets you the after show for Toy Geeks, which is happening right after this show that we're doing right now. Our monthly giveaways. We've got naming the credits of each episode and access to our exclusive Discord, which is a lot of fun. And now you get Geek Pod Life, which is every single live stream that I do on GDL and GDL2. So Toy Geeks, any other toy stream, and then any of the TV and film streams, including Screen Geeks, audio podcast feed for all of our patrons. That's pretty dope, isn't that, John?
Awesome. It is awesome. And I gotta say, a lot of times, like when I'm a Screen Geeks episode or some of your box openings or reviews, I do just listen to the audio because I'm at the gym and I don't look at my phone while I'm lifting. I just listen, and I don't feel like I miss anything.
And so, and I get why people want audio only. Well, now you have an option, and it doesn't require that much more work for me. And so Patreon, $5, you get exclusive access to Geek Pod Life, all of the shows on the channel in audio form. So you can take it with you on the go. You have your own feed that's unique to each patron. So there's no, if you cancel, I guess you lose the feed, but whatever. But still, really, really cool. I have seen comments in the chat. Are there like goals? We're at 180 likes. We've had over 500 people watching this tonight. Well, John, I got a couple things this week. And generally, I don't have enough time to do more than one video a week. But if we hit 300 likes today, I will do unboxing reviews of 2 things this week. First, hold on. Minute without knocking it over my headphone. Here we go. I got this today.
No.
From my good friend Shannon. Found this.
So
I met up with him today. But the 40th anniversary He-Man Masters of the Universe Roton. So there you go. I will do an unboxing review video of this.
How many likes?
300.
Hit that button. Hit that like button.
I gotta see this thing opened up. And then let's see. And then you got 2 things. Hold on. I didn't realize this was hitting stores yet. I don't think anyone's done a video of this yet. The Talon Fighter. The CGI Talon Fighter.
Where'd you find that?
I don't know if Shannon found this on the back of it. He said he found it at his Walmart.
Was it still in the back of a truck?
I don't know. Like, listen, John, you and I love Shannon. We probably both admit it's like, I don't know if it's always on the up. No, I'm kidding. but picked up both of these today. He's like, hey, I haven't seen these anywhere on the internet yet.
Nope.
Do you need them? And I was like, yeah, I'll meet you today. So 300 likes. We're already at 246 now. So I will do. Yeah, exactly. It's turtle tape. Shannon put on his Walmart vest. And no, but he said he found them, and I'm going to trust him. Yeah, Shannon sounded.
Hey, I don't care where he got it. I'm just glad someone did.
But anyway, so 300 likes. We're at 250 likes, and I will do unboxing review videos of both.
That is awesome.
The mic. I'm away from the mic. Okay, so that's that. And then just a couple more things to shout out. Tomorrow on Geeks at Life 2, Screen Geeks returns as Ralph and I talk about many things, including Thor Love and Thunder, or is it Thor Love and Blunder? Doesn't mean I didn't like the movie. I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to call an episode title that. But anyways, that's tomorrow on GDL 2. And then tonight for our after show, Dig Bin Treasures. Now, John, you were literally right next to me when this happened. But how epic is this bin of toys that I found yesterday?
I feel like I left a little saliva in the bottom of that thing. I was drooling so much. That is That's what dreams are made of, right there.
I got a whole bunch of stuff.
We're gonna play Stump J.
But I will say this is my favorite. One of my favorites from it, though, is this Toy Biz Wolverine Claw, and I'm doing this to literally make Ryan Dole jealous right now. Yeah. But anyway, that'll be tonight on our after show. So again, $5 for patrons. Do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
That'll be our After Dark episode tonight, talking about the toy show we just went to yesterday, which was insane. All right, John. Yeah, except I got a John find.
Mm-hmm. And I was right next to you.
You were literally right next to me.
I was drooling over other things that the guy and that guy showed up late. He showed up late to the show, like 2 hours.
And the thing is, Dan was there. Mr. Crispex was there as well, and he left. But you know, there was Mrs. Crispex with him, so I don't want to say she forced him to leave early. I don't want to say that.
But he didn't leave empty-handed.
No, he had this amazing.
He got an amazing poster.
Art piece. It was really cool. So anyway, yeah, the Exo Squad, Matt Lynch, you best believe got some Exo Squad. Like I got a whole damn collection. I even shared the wealth with Mr. John over there. But yeah, I think it's John just because you were next to me. I was absorbing some of your powers.
I was sending it over.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I was trying to send you the signals and say, just ask him how much for all of it.
It's exactly what happened. I was just kind of like, oh, this is cool. I was like, how much for all of it? Anyways, that story will be told in our GDL After Dark. So again, for the $5, you get all this stuff. Okay, John, back to the news. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's close out with the rest of the news of this week. Super 7 dropping a lot of stuff today. By the way, I told you yesterday you need to watch the Super 7 Comic-Con.
No, I forgot. No, I forgot about it.
Oh, okay. It's hilarious. It's really funny. But yeah, the Gem and the Holograms, San Diego Comic-Con, I feel like every time they do like some crazy new IP and we all get excited for an Ultimates line, it's a reaction line. Mm-hmm. I'm going to assume the same is going to be true here for Gem. We're not going to get Ultimates. We're going to get a reaction. What do you think?
Yeah, I got to agree.
Yeah.
Only how popular do you think a Gem Ultimates series could be?
You know, I don't know. The Comic-Con exclusive Gem stuff always sold well. Or no, Gem's not. Is Gem Mattel or Hasbro? Or the Hasbro
Gem is Mattel.
Mattel. Yeah, so the exclusives have always sold out. I feel like this is maybe it does really well because it's so underserved.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. This is a hard one to figure out which would be better.
So they already have a reaction line. So maybe it is an Ultimates line.
Let's see, shows how much I pay attention.
I didn't realize they had a reaction line. I missed that. So I guess Ultimates.
Well, I guess it's Ultimates.
Sorry, thank you. Gem is Hasbro. Okay, it's not Mattel. I was like, shit.
It is. I swore it was.
I thought so too, but that makes sense now because Gem was like, because remember Barbie did like Gem style.
Oh yeah, Barbie and the Rockers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, no, for those that want it, I think it's, again, this could be something that nobody has tapped into and could be really, really big.
Could be the sleeper hit.
It could be. I think so. I think it has a chance because the Gem, the last time they did an exclusive, Hasbro did, it sold out. It was one of the first things to sell out. They even said in commercials that Gem was taller than Barbie. Gem is loosely part of the G.I. Joe Transformers continuity. Let's see. Legit, my most watched episodes across all platforms was Christy Marks, Gem Cartoon, and Stephanie Eskinder, Gem Toy Designer between Gem Con and Thirst for Toys. The stands are out there. It says, "Wait, I know you" podcast.
Well, then,
as I'm saying, I feel like this could
be a hit.
I got a feeling. I got a feeling. No thanks. But this is the one that I'm most excited about. An Ultimate Shogun Godzilla. And John, I gotta tell you, I'm gonna be at Comic-Con, lining up preview night. I'm gonna do my hunts. Gonna try and make sure Mad Hatter is there as well. Craig's gonna be there too. And I gotta tell you, when I first saw this, like, oh crap, now I gotta like stress about getting this. This is like something I really, really, really want, and it'll sell out really, really fast. But thankfully, it seems like they're doing a pre-order, like a live pre-order, and then every order they get, they'll make a version of this.
That's what I was under the assumption, is that this will be a made to order.
Yeah, they have said that officially. It's made to order. So I think this is really exciting because I want to see more Shogun. I don't want to see just Godzilla. I want to see all the Shoguns, but maybe they can't get whatever.
But I mean, I really love this idea.
Yeah,
but it's an Ultimates. The Ultimates, for everything that's come out so far, it's full of accessories and extra hands and heads. What else would these come with? Because
just make them cheaper, right?
Right, exactly. This is that middle of the road series between Reaction and actual Ultimates.
Yeah,
this should be like a $40 price point, because this is just yeah, exactly. And he's got his tongue and his fist, and that's really it. I mean, I understand it for the rest of, if they do Guy King and they have more than one fist and the missiles and other parts. But what else does Godzilla really need to make him any more ultimate than he is?
Yeah, no, I kind of I agree. There's using the ultimate sign to, or the title to like just make a big one, and I'm okay with that. Really. It's Kayla. He's got his tongue and his fist, and
that's all he needs.
Matt O'Brien, $5 super chat. I have to go. Told a friend I'd watch him play some COD. That I'm out of money. Thanks for the show. I'll rewatch that. Thanks, Matt O'Brien. Thank you for all your super chats tonight.
Thank you.
Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse is in the house. That was a lot of that. That was some nice alliteration I just did there. But hello, Sergeant Slaughters. Good to see ya. No, I don't think they're Safubi, but anyway, I think they're cool. As long as it's not super expensive, but Mr. Ozone, bet it's $55 or $65. Nick Dillinger comes with the rocket fist to punch you along with the 65 price tag. So
yeah, I think these will be 65 with that Ultimates price increase that's coming.
Yeah, because let's talk about that. As much as I'm excited for this, I'm also excited for the this set. I may get the Godzilla because this one's going to be at the show, which is exciting. And a glow in the dark monsters in my closet. Right, is that what they were called? I'm blanking now.
My Pet Monster.
My Pet Monster. Good Lord. Anyway, this set. Oh, why did it take me to this? Here we go. I want all four. This glow in the dark mutagen ooze set at $65 a figure. When we can get these on Amazon and Entertainment Earth for $28 right now, give or take, maybe $10, give or take $10. How, John? It's how?
This could be one of the furthest reaches that they've gone for. This is Or is it more so why than how?
I like glow in the dark. I do. I really, I love it as a feature. I'm a sucker for it, but I'm not a sucker. I'm not a $65 for a recast of a figure sucker. But $65 for a already existing sculpt that's just casted in glow in the dark plastic.
Yeah. You know what I would have liked more so for these is what NECA is doing with the Universal Monsters glow in the dark on the sort of retro Remco card backs. So from what I've seen, and maybe I'm not remembering it correctly, it's just the figure. No other accessories. So I think it would have been better to get just the basic figure with their, the weapons that are sort of assigned to them, Leo with the katanas, Don with his bow staffs. Put them on like a retro card back. We don't need all that extras.
Yeah.
We don't need everything that makes them so ultimate.
Yeah.
Just the basics.
Yep.
And I think on that, like on a vintage card back, which would look so much better than the Ultimates packaging because there's so little to it.
Yep.
On the Ultimates packaging.
I'm seeing this in the chat. Brian Flynn has said the cost on glow in the dark powder has gone up, but Tony Taylor Toys, part of Phantasm Toys, says glow in the dark powder is super cheap. Jay Solards, the glow goo has increased in price of. Well, glow goo is just really a popular character right now since Mandalorian. But yeah, is there going to be a glow in the dark tax? Because if so, as much as I love glow in the dark, I'm like, I don't need it.
No,
because I've gotten a couple of the Super 7s glow in the dark figures. They do not glow in the dark. Like, to me, the Motu Origin Scare Glow is the poster child for greatest glow in the dark figure of all time. It's the glow in the dark, and that is incredible. The Super 7s do not glow with that like vibrancy.
No, this is photoshopped for this effect.
Yeah, this is like blacklight, which again, that's in my mind as I'm looking at redoing or just changing up parts of my toy room. I want to have a shelf that's black, all black lights for my glow in the dark figures, so they all kind of glow.
Awesome.
It's glowflation. Oh my god. Yeah, why would anyone want these? Oh my goodness.
This is a big pass. This is just a big pass. Even if they were cheaper, if they were $20 a piece, that's $20 to spend on something I want more.
Yeah, exactly. Agreed. Blacklight is never a good idea. Maybe in your room, Caleb, but in this one, I think we'd be okay. And maybe they've had better glow in the dark ones. Yeah, Chris Morey, the Super 7 Mumra glows pretty well. That's pretty good. Yeah, black light bed sheets. Yeah, nobody.
We're gonna save that for the next episode.
Yeah, that's after dark. That's more after dark. Okay. Moving on. Star Wars. We got Star Wars, John. This Mandalorian box set. In Demand Toys has this first look. This looks like a SDCC set. It smells like an SDCC set. And again, they're not selling at the show, so maybe this will be up on Hasbro Pulse. A lot of repacks. Looks kind of cool. Thoughts on this set? It's a no for me. It's a no for me, dog. But
it looks. I'll give it a pass as far as looking cool. But it's one of those things. It's like you got to keep it just like that to keep it looking cool. You got to open it to get the cool factor. Yeah. And then once it is open, you slide that tray out. You don't want to take it out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of limited.
It's all cardboard. There's no like playset features in it at all. It's just you kind of have to just display it as is. I give Matty Collector credit. A lot of their Comic-Con exclusives for a while were like really cool in the case, and you just never want to take them out.
Right. But this is, they're trying, I guess.
Yes, indeed. Andy Silva, Kayla's one of my favorite commenter every week. She always brings it. That's of course a Silva's gonna praise another Silva. I've known Kayla a very long time. She is always this way. Always. All right. And then it's meh. We could not do this episode, John, without talking about this set, because we have taken a lot of joy in giving Playmates a hard time.
Oh man, I know where this is going.
And we've got this new they can't stop, they won't stop with their crossover sets. And for some reason, they're doing a Stranger Things set. John, thoughts on these?
They can't sculpt the likeness. They won't sculpt the likeness. These are so unnecessary. This is the biggest why. Like, I'll give a pass to the Karate Kid Cobra Kai crossover because they're still, it's all about karate.
Okay, I was gonna say I didn't see connection there, but you're right. There is a karate connection.
Right. What is the connection here? I mean,
I don't know. I will at least give these turtles credit. I think these turtles look better than the Street Fighter ones, because those that wash and they look like garbage.
So yeah, the Street Fighter figures looked decent, but the turtles that come with them, trash. Here, the turtles are decent looking. They're kind of a mishmash of NECA Mirage and Playmates Mirage. But again, like another instance, why is Playmates doing Stranger Things figures when there's plenty of Stranger Things figures out there that have pretty good sculpts?
Yeah, well, I will admit that Stranger Things, nobody has nailed Stranger Things yet, right? Nobody has done it great, right?
Well,
this doesn't either, but
no, this doesn't either. I think some of the figures do look pretty good. I don't think that they've gotten 11 perfect yet, but I think out of all of them, she's the one has gotten the worst likeness out of all the figures that have been sculpted so far. I think everybody else has been pretty good.
Yeah.
But is this just Playmates just throwing stuff at the walls now? They just like have dartboards and just like current properties. Boonk. Stranger Things. All right. We could probably whip up a figure the next 5 minutes.
Right. I think Stranger Things is popular. It hits probably, right? Because it pops. You said season 4. And there's an 80s connection. And I think BM said, why does Leo have the red mask? Because, and I think people have said it, but the original comic before the cartoon came out, they all had red bandanas, or at least, well, the original ones were black and white, but whenever we saw them in color, they all had red bandanas.
Yep.
But yeah, like there's part of me that wishes these figures, at least the Stranger Things figures, were really good, because I do agree they're okay, but nothing. And even I've gotten these Fright Features style ones, but outside of 11, they all are really ugly. They're just ugly.
But that's like on purpose, sort of.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I just I got all these 80s figures, I got all these Fright Feature figures here. Like, they aren't hideous. They aren't ugly. They're just like terrible looking. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, I don't know. These things must be selling well because they keep doing them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I just don't know why. Playmates, put your energy into something original.
Or I don't know. It's like I feel like we just do it now just to Ninja Turtles. Like I don't know. Favorite turtles are, I don't remember. This is a great question, Chris Morey. John, who's your favorite turtle?
Of the four?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't really remember when I was a kid. I think I was like Michelangelo, but I never like kept up like, oh, this guy's like, there's always been my favorite turtle. I've always had like favorite like other figures from the turtles. Like Ground Chuck has always been one of my favorite characters and my favorite figures.
Yes.
But with the turtles, like I never really had like a standout, you know, that was my favorite.
Yeah. I think like all kids kind of defaulted Mikey, right? He was kind of like the kid out of all of them.
Right.
No one should ever like Leonardo because he's the worst. I'm sorry if people said Leonardo's their favorite. I'm so sorry. Like Red said it. Leo. So I want to offend anybody that said Leo. But he's just like, he was like the grown-up, and who wanted to do that? But for me, it was Mikey or Raph usually. But I agree. Like my favorite Turtles character is Casey Jones. Casey Jones was always my favorite. But probably would lean Mikey Rouge. Right, they'll cops love Leo. Again, I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend any Leo fans.
Apparently, all the Leo fans are here tonight.
And I agree. I like Donatello. Like purple's one of my favorite colors, and he was like the brains, and he's kind of smart aleckness about him. Josh, Leo is a narc. Okay, let's just we need to stop now before we start a big fight in the chat. Leo fans represent. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Yeah. Leo fans unite. Listen, if you love Leo, no, I want you to love who you love.
Yep.
Love is love. every whatever. Who's your favorite is welcome. All right. We're gonna do our giveaway in a second. We got Hot Toys to give away. Hot Toys Captain Rex Star Wars. And we've got a Mattel Creations exclusive Stuntman. So over almost $400 worth of stuff to give away. So this is your last chance. If you've been thinking about becoming a patron, become one right now, and I'll make sure you get entered into this giveaway. It's kind of nuts. You'll also get Geek Pod Life. You will also get access to our after show, which is coming right after this. Dig Bin Treasures. You get your name in the credits, and you also get access to our exclusive Discord server, which is, if you're in this chat, it's like the chat, but all the time, which is a lot of fun. Red, Leo had to control a jerk, nerd, and a clown. S3D Toys. Oh, so I think this is who did the classified jet. It's going to make a G.I. Joe classified whale. Stay tuned. Well, S3D Toys, this is an extended invitation. Whenever you get it, you're more than welcome to jump on the show and share it here. I'm sure you'll share it on your channel, so definitely check out their channel, but you're more than welcome to join the show and show it to us as well. Ooh, Ray Fillet. Ray Fillet was another favorite for me.
Yes, absolutely. One of my favorites.
Absolutely love Ray Fillet. I had the Archie comic. I had the book. Like, I loved Ray Fillet.
Walkabout was one of my favorites.
The like button. We're 285. So if you want me to do two reviews, the Motu Roton and the I think gotta hit the like button, people. 285.
Like we gotta see somebody open that Talon Fighter.
Right? You want to see what it's like. Talon Fighter. Do a video review of this. I could do it tomorrow.
Could be the first review on the internets.
Boom. So tomorrow by 3:00, this will post. And this thing looks really cool. And I think I made the whole premise of the video would be like, do we finally have our first great CGI He-Man vehicle in the toy line? This could be it. This could be it. So we're at 297. We're coming up on 300. Mondo, it's just, I kind of preferred a lot of the other characters.
Same.
But Casey Jones, number one, all time. Ooh, thank you, Ryan Dole. Superpowers plug. I don't know if I've done this yet, But Wednesday on Yes Have Some, our friends at Yes Have Some, Ryan, myself, Craig, and Ryan, I believe, confirm the special guest in the chat. I don't want to say it if it's not for real, but I'm pretty sure. But we will be doing a stream for Craig and anybody that is new to superpowers. But a Muggle's Guide to Kenner DC Superpowers collection. And just, it's from the perspective of a collector. And because I've had a lot of people in the chat or in comments and stuff like that, because we've talked about this new Superpowers line a lot, that didn't even know about it. And Craig is among them. And so we're waiting confirmation, but we may have a really cool special guest of that as well. And so it's not a toy anxiety. This will happen on, is it Wednesday or Thursday? Crap, now I forget which day it is. Ryan, confirm the day. I think it's Wednesday. Maybe it's Thursday. But go to Yes Have Some, youtube.com/Yes Have Some, and it'll be a lot of fun. But Dole and I are huge Superpowers fans. And Wednesday night at, is it 9:30 p.m.? I'm doing a really bad job plugging this right now. But I think 9:30 p.m. on Wednesday night, Eastern Standard Time on Yes Have Some. So definitely go subscribe to there to watch that stream. That should be a ton of fun. All right. Hopefully I've given anybody that wanted a chance to become a patron time to do so. And we have 170 patrons, which is, I believe, the most we've ever gotten in terms of total. So thank you to all of our patrons of the show. It's actually loading it up for me right now because there's so many new ones flooding the streams here. But John, any other thoughts as I get that set up?
Yeah, if you haven't gotten into Superpowers, you got to. I know somebody said they're a Marvel fan for life. It's okay to cross over.
Yeah,
it's all toys.
Yep.
You gotta dip your toe in the DC pool every once in a while.
Especially just because it is, even if you aren't a big DC fan, I just think it's arguably one of the best toy lines of all time. Like, it's just so good. Like, it is.
It's quintessential 80s toys.
Yeah, it's
everything that makes an 80s toy fun. It's action features, vehicles, play sets. You got to get into it.
Yep. Agreed. Toy Sources agrees. We got to get her on the show at some point in time. Love to have her on. All right. So let's share screen here for this. And these are fake names. We've got two things. Look at all those names. Good Lord.
Everybody just saw 6 names and went, "Oh my God, my chances are so good."
I got a chance. Hold on.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
All right. We're gonna give this one away again because Automaton decided to give it back. So first up, John, is the Captain Rex.
Awesome.
Hot Toys. And whoever his name comes up, I will send you a message through the Patreon account that you have set up. So hopefully that email is correct. And or you can feel free to hit me up on Instagram or whatever if that doesn't work or something. But anyways, and I will send this hot toy still sealed, not even taken out of its plastic baggie. Hot Toys are arguably the best action figure, if you even call them that, of all time. So again, thank you to our patrons. Without you, these shows would not be possible. This is part of thanking you all for that. So let's spin, John. You ready?
I am.
All right, here we go. Am I giving away a hot toy? Yep, I am. Hot Toys Rex on a freaking spin. Again, thank you to Automaton. He won this first and decided to give somebody else a chance to win this. So here we go. I'm nervous.
Me too. What if it's Automaton again?
I would think he'd want to just spin it again. Marcel Hawker.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I think a more recent patron, I believe. One of the more recent patrons. So Marcel, congratulations on winning this amazing hot toy. But don't worry, if you didn't win this time, I'm giving away 2 things because we're backed up here. Here it is. So Marcel, congratulations. I'm going to send you a message on the old Patron's page. Okay. So Marcel, you just want to remove you. Yeah, what a win. What a win. Agreed. But now I've got this Mattel Creations Sunman. So this is the deluxe Sunman with the chromium parts, the extra accessories, the cooler head sculpt, the resealable, reusable packaging. If you're going to get a Sunman, this is the one you want. Would you say that, John? Is that correct?
Yes, okay. Absolutely. Get the premium packaging. It's the Sunman to have.
Okay, I guess I did cut the tape open. But yeah, it's all in here. So here we go. Sunman, here's your chance. Good luck to everybody. May the odds be ever in your favor. And the winner is Nelson A. Congratulations, Nelson.
From my hometown.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Awesome. Congrats, Nelson.
Congrats again. Thank you to all of our patrons. Let me actually share that screen right now. Without you, this show would be possible. This is a full list of everybody until the ones that just came in during this stream. If you'd like to see your name in the credits or enter into win a monthly raffle or the exclusive access to the podcast feed or the exclusive access to the post Toy Geek stream or the exclusive access to Discord, or all of those for only $5 a month. Become a patron today at patreon.com/geekdadlife. A link is in the description below. John, I think, what a great show to have you back. Over 500 people in here at one point. Slammed, packed house. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, who joins us at Toy Geek Sunday nights. This week, a lot of things happening on the channel. Stay tuned. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and that bell icon so you don't miss any of it. Thank you to everybody that hit like. Thank you, everybody in the chat. It was a ton of fun. Thank you to all super chats. And we'll see you all, maybe not next Saturday or Sunday, but definitely later this week for Toy Geeks. We're going to be doing a Comic-Con pre-show stream that should be a lot of fun. So tons of stuff coming up this channel. So hit the subscribe and the bell to make sure you don't miss a bit of it. All right, we'll see you all next time. Hasta luego and goodbye. Take care, everybody.